And now it is time for our Bay Area baseball bit. And per usual, we are joined by Alan Stiles, our Cron 4 baseball analyst. Alan, they finally did it. It only took 162 games and 107 wins, but the Giants are your NL West division champions. How did we even get to this point, man?
I think a lot of people are asking the same question, especially when you're looking at a team that was projected to win 75 games. Mental toughness, number one, that is the biggest thing. These guys never folded when the pressure came. They answered the bell. They answered the call every single time. The vets, they stepped up. They turned back the clock. And the new guys, they weren't afraid of the moment. Nobody expected Lamont Wade Jr. to have a breakout season. Nobody expected Buster Posey to turn back the clock. Nobody expected Brandon Crawford to have an MVP caliber season. And Gabe Kapler, who, even though he exceeded expectations last season, still doesn't get a lot of the credit. A lot of it goes to Farhan. So to see what they did, to see how they rose up to the moment every single time they had the opportunity, that's how they got there. And they're going to have to continue to do that if they want to end this thing with the ring on their finger.
Yeah, now 107 wins, it's a franchise record. No team in the organization's history has won this many games. Now, I know there is still a lot to accomplish, and we can't start saying the best Giants team ever until we see how the postseason plays out. But in the meantime, how do you think this team stacks up against some of the great Giants teams over the years?
Yeah, so for me specifically, this is the best Giants team I've ever seen when we're speaking about the regular season. What they had to overcome. Number one, the most home runs in franchise history in a single season. The most wins, just like you said, in franchise history in a regular season. Then you have to hold off the all-star Dodgers, who not only had an all-star team before the season started, then added Trey Turner and Matt Scherzer at the trade deadline, and you still held them off. So for them to do that and literally to do it in this fashion where it's all on the line for the last game of the season to win the NOS, and they did it in convincing fashion, it is just something out of this world that obviously nobody expected. But we know as Bay Area people, as Bay Area fans, it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. We saw the same thing with the Warriors a couple years back. Now, granted, the Warriors were expected to do this well, and the Giants were expected to finish third in their division. But once you get there, I think a lot of people are confused. What should the expectations be? You listen to the other analysts right now. Not a lot of them are picking the Giants, so nobody really knows what to make of this season. But regardless of whether they're hosting the World Series trophy or not at the end of the season, this will be one of the most memorable regular seasons we've ever seen.
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got a ring. I need to write that down, put it in my back pocket, keep that one. Now, speaking of the Dodgers, Alan, you brought them up, the heated rivals. They play the Cardinals 5:15 on Wednesday. If you're the Giants, who would you rather play?
So if you're the Giants, obviously, to be the best, you want to beat the best. But with that being said, here are your two options. You're either going to be facing a scorching hot Cardinals team, or you're going to be facing a very upset Dodgers team that feels like they were going to win the NL West, and then this random Giants team came out of nowhere. So as they say, pick your poison. I think for baseball, obviously, Dodgers Giants would be incredible. But as a Giants fan, or if you are a Giants fan, I don't see how you can look at that rotation and think, yes, sign me up for that. I just don't think many people are going to do that. So because of that, I'd have to pick the Cardinals, but they've been red hot. So there's really no good option. This is the playoffs and everybody's good.
Yeah, the Cardinals just, like 3 or 4 days off of winning 17 in a row. So it's going to be a gauntlet either way. Now let's end it with this, Alan. Brandon Crawford just had probably his best season in his career at 34 years old. Does he have a shot at winning the NL MVP? I know Bryce Harper is up there, some other guys. What's Brandon's chances?
Yeah, he's definitely got a chance. You know, just like you said, I think Bryce Harper ends up winning it. He's been the favorite. And even though Brandon Crawford is the MVP of the team with the best record in Major League Baseball, we've seen all Mike Trout's MVP trophies. Major League Baseball is different to the NFL and the NBA in that they really try to make this a singular award. And because of that, I think Brandon Crawford isn't going to win it. He had a chance to get his batting average at 300 today, wasn't able to do it. So I don't think he wins it, but he made himself a lot of money, and he proved to everybody. I was one of those people at the very beginning. You know, Brandon Crawford said, I believe it was on Twitter or social media, something came out that talked about all the upcoming shortstops, and Brandon Crawford, all the top shortstops, and Brandon Crawford was not mentioned. And I said, look, Brandon Crawford, I think I tweeted it. Look, Brandon Crawford, you know, there's levels to this, and, you know, these other guys are starting to make their way up. Brandon Crawford shut me up and shut up a lot of people this season, and I couldn't be happier about it. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Giants and that family, and I don't think he'll win the MVP, but it was a heck of a season.
Brandon Crawford, Bay Area kid, finished the year batting .298. That's your Bay Area baseball bit. This is Alan Stiles. Alan will be with us all postseason long. You won't want to miss any of our content. But in the meantime, that's all we have. We'll be right back after a quick break.